Hello, and welcome to Small Biz Catalyst. I am your host, Ayisat Abilogun. Join me as we explore ways that we as small business owners can pay ourselves a growing six-figure salary without pulling out our hair. Whether you're a small business owner or an economic development professional, this show is for you. Let's explore together. Hi, everyone. My name is Ayisat. Of course, you know that. We are on Small Biz Catalyst today with the mayor of Selma, Texas. Woohoo! And if you don't know Selma, Texas, at the end of this episode, you're going to know a little bit more about Selma, Texas, but not only about Selma, Texas, but what it has to offer you as a small business owner and an entrepreneur. So the purpose of this episode is to spotlight the city of Selma in Texas, uncover what makes it a growing hub for businesses, innovation, and community development. You'll learn at the end of this episode about Selma's unique initiatives that support local entrepreneurs and small business owners. You'll also learn the city's vision for sustainable growth and how the leadership is shaping opportunities for residents and investors alike. So, welcome, Mayor Tom. Please tell us a little bit about yourself for those who don't know you.
About myself. Well, first of all, I talk funny, so I'm from New York, even though I am a Texas mayor. So, first thing we want to talk I've been mayor for about 16 years down here in Selma, and the first thing we started when we first came down was how can we make businesses come to Selma and be happy about coming to Selma. And it was a simple plan. It was like the old theory. Let's shake their hands, let's make promises, and let's say, you know what, we can make this happen. Through inspections, through permits, and we say, you know what, we can't make money unless you open the door. So it's a simple process of, you know what, we're a general law city, okay, where mostly you deal with myself and my city manager, Johnny Casillas. So you don't have to deal with a lot of council and a lot of economic development, and you deal with two individuals that you can reach on a 24-hour basis at any time if there's a problem. So our goal is to make sure that you have an easy transition, and everyone who comes to Selma is very happy that they have no problems building and opening their doors, and we're very proud of that. We've had a lot of great business, a lot of success, and we have got a lot of small businesses and big businesses alike. We're a very diverse city for a 2x3 mile city.
So for people who don't know Selma, what's Selma really known for?
What it's really known for? Well, a long time ago, we were known as a speed trap, and they wrote songs about us, but that was back in probably the 1990s, a long time ago. But now Selma is probably the heartbeat of the northeast side of San Antonio. We have, through our giving our opportunities to these businesses, we have gained major businesses like Costco, Benny Keith, Chick-fil-A, and O'Reilly's, all major businesses that have come here and have been able to bring jobs and which pay well, and people can come live here and drive 5 minutes to their work. Okay. We also have a lot of history. We have a good music history. You used to have the Blue Bonnet Palace. It's been here since the 1980s. We had the Horizon. Taylor Swift came here. A lot of big entertainers came here, and we have a lot of historical sites. We have a Harrison House, which we brought a house back from the 1860s, and we're on the registered in Austin. So, and it's considered one of the 25 hidden gems of Selma. It's a nice park to come out to. So Selma, like I said, we've done a great job we have one side of Selma is shopping, the other side is businesses, and right down the middle is housing. So we've done a very good job of being very diverse for 2x3 miles.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So I'm just curious, what's the population of Selma for those who are as curious as I am?
Since I've been mayor, when I started mayor back in 2010, we only had 2,000 people here, and we became the highest growth city for the next 6 to 8 years. And now we have about 14 to 16,000 people in a 2x3 mile city, which is unbelievable.
That's awesome. And you are available to them 24/7, which is very rare.
Well, hey, I work for them.
So how would you describe Selma's current approach to supporting small business and attracting investments?
Well, like I said, we don't go from either big business to small business and treat them any differently. Everyone's treated the same. Okay, you want to come here to Selma? We're very happy to open our doors. Very happy to try to get you to open your doors as quick as we can. But, we have an easy permit system, inspections. We're not like, say, okay, we'll be back in a week or two if you need the inspection done. We want to get you open as quick as we can, okay? And the transition is smooth, and we're very happy that everybody's very happy to come open a business. We're not going to treat you like you're a billionaire company compared to you're just a company that makes marshmallows. We're very happy to have anybody who's interested in being a business in our city.
That is so rare. So I want people to hear this. Small business owners, if you're in Selma, your business is just as important as a mega million business. I mean, some cities can help it if you're just too big, but it's very rare for you to have such an easy, streamlined process that works for you. So I just want to highlight that so people can hear it. And I'm sure
it's only fair. It's only fair to be that, because then it makes your city diverse. Because people need so many different things. They just don't need big factories that pump out trucks at night and stuff. They also need quality of life. They need
yes.
They need popcorn Piccadilly, or they need certain little restaurants, or they need so you have to be able to do these things, and this way people come here and they don't have to go far to spend their money. I'd rather they spend their money in my own city here. So
absolutely,
if we build everything for them, which we have done here, then they only have to get the car and drive 3 minutes, and they get everything they need, and they don't have to really worry about. And I'm happy because it helps out the money for us to keep building in our city. We've spent probably, since I've been mayor, almost $75 million on roads and parks, and still lower taxes every year, which is an incredible thing. Not many small cities can do that. Okay.
Wow, that is awesome. So Selma was recognized as a music-friendly community.
Right.
How does culture tie into the vision for local economic growth?
Well, that's the thing. It's like by bringing all these businesses, both small and big, okay, to our area, they don't have to worry about downtown San Antonio. People can now live in the area. People can come here. And with that, we know that we've supplied low rates in taxes, water, and other things that we've been able to now do work on quality of life. Okay? Quality of life now makes it where they come here. We have hot air balloon shows. We have now a big Halloween haunted house. We have Christmas where people. So we do everything. We have a racetrack where there's live racing. So there's so many things to do here. Plus we have the Bluebonnet Palace, which has live music every weekend. So if you have nothing to do, you can come to Selma. There's always something to do. So that's something if people say, hey, you know what? This is great. I could move here. I could live here. I don't have to go far to take my family out to do different things. And at the same time, they have plenty of stores here. There's plenty of shopping. And they can also work here. So it's like a little old mini city all by itself. We're very proud of that.
So you heard it firsthand from Mayor Tom Daly. If you have nothing to do, come to Selma.
Not hard, take it. We're right on the I-35, 1604 corridor, easy to get to anywhere you got to go, but most of the time you stay here.
You know what? I've been thinking of a girl trip around just local Texas. So I'm probably going to take you up on that offer.
Yeah, we'll show you a good time.
So can you share an example? Because Small Biz Catalyst focuses on small biz owners. We love the big businesses as well, because we know there's a place for everyone. But we like to kind of, zoom in a little bit. So can you share an example of a small business success story that represents what's possible in Selma?
Sure. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have a pizza place called Mia Marcos. Look it up. It's the greatest pizza in the whole world. He started it in a food truck, okay? And he couldn't get a license, so we decided to give him a license. He started over here on Evans and 35. He now has opened up into his own pizzeria and branched out to his own place. And it's hard. He doesn't stay open that many hours and stuff like that. But he's won world championships around. He went to New York and came in first place. New Jersey, Las Vegas. Wow. He went to Italy, came first. The guy's pizza is unbelievable. Okay. And every time he just wants to stay in Selma because we've always reached out to him, and whatever he needs, anything, we've been there for him from the beginning. He had his food truck until now as he's branching out, and we're very proud to have him and have people come here and say, wow, we go there because the pizza's incredible. So, so
Wow.
now again, every time we can do something that brings people to our city, they get to see our city, they get to enjoy the things that we bring them, and then they get to realize, you know what, this might be a place I might want to bring my family one day and live here one day. So that's the main thing, that if every mayor is not thinking that, then they shouldn't be the mayor of this city. That's as simple as that.
So just curious, this is completely off script. I'm wondering, what's the standard of living in Selma, for those who are also wondering?
Living up, I would say we're above average. We've worked hard at trying to show a lot of the businesses. We brought in an Audi dealership and a Mercedes-Benz dealership, so people could come here and say, okay, this area in the Northeast, we could bring other businesses, like and we're looking mainly still. Our hardest thing we've been trying to do is get top of the line restaurants on the side. That seems like this side of San Antonio, they don't want to come, which I'm surprised, because it's growing dramatically between all the small cities around it. Okay. But I would say right now, our housing is still diverse. Okay. You could probably still get a house, which probably, it's even hard to say you can afford even the price of houses, but still not where it's where it's ridiculous. And still, like I said, have quality of life and all the things the amenities in life that you're going to enjoy. So it's a place you need to look at if you're ready to move. I'd probably go from your first start home and moving on in life and say, you know what, we're doing really well. Here's a place we want to settle down for the rest of our life. The city of Selma is the place to come.
What about for the young people?
That's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing. We don't really have too many small startup housing around here. I mean, we do have, apartment complexes. So they're affordable. We do have an affordable apartment complex. Okay, but I'll tell you right now, this is the place, because right now we're building a new hospital, University Hospital in Selma. Okay, it's going to have 1,200 jobs. Okay, by 2027. With that alone, you know that between doctors and nurses and everything else and all the specialists, that it's going to bring more people here to Selma. More people are going to be here, to come visit the people who are in the hospital, people to come see the specialists. And now, to come here alone, the housing is still cheap enough to come here and say, you know what, get it hot right now, because once the hospital opens up, it's probably going to make the housing go up even more. So
that's awesome that you still have that. You still have that edge.
Still have it.
So we always ask a bonus question every episode.
I like bonus.
What advice do you have for today's entrepreneur?
Advice? Okay. Mm-hmm. First thing I always say is just jump. Okay, just do what you have to do. If you feel that you have an idea, if you have something that you want to do, you're always going to regret if you don't do it. Okay, and there's so many things out there that's needed by the public or needed by that. So the idea is, if you have an idea, you should try it. Or I opened up a bar restaurant in New York. Okay, I always wanted to do it. I got a couple of jobs. I saved up my money, and I did it. It was one of the greatest experiences I ever did. We had opened up for 4 or 5 years. I met my wife. She was from here, and we moved down here from New York. So if you have a dream, and I say go for it. Why not? Okay, because you're gonna regret that you don't do it. And there's always areas, not always Selma, but other cities that give you the opportunities that you can go and do these things. Okay, Selma only is landlocked. We only have 2, but the cities around us, Cibolo, Schertz, Live Oak, they're very big, and we're all benefiting from each other right now because of all the high growth of what's going on. And now's an opportunity to probably get involved with this area that's so hot, that to get your name out there, to get your idea out there, that why not? Okay, you got to do it. You got to jump. That's what I say. It doesn't hurt to try. Okay,
so just jump. Second time I'm hearing that. But
always make money. As long as you got 2 hands and 2 legs, you can always make money. If you fall, you can get back up again. It doesn't hurt, but at least try. It doesn't hurt to try.
So how did your this is extra bonus, how did your entrepreneurial experience shape what you do now or influence how you serve now?
Well, exactly. That's the main thing. I was blessed to, when I graduated out of high school, was to get a great job working for the airlines. So I started working for TWA, now American Airlines. I was able to travel the whole world since I was 18 years old. The last 50 years of my life, was 55 years, I've been going all around the world, meeting so many people and getting so many ideas of how people were, did things. So then when I said, okay, you know what, my personality, I always thought that if I opened up a bar or something like that, people could gravitate to it, and it did. It was a great thing to say, you know what, people would come and say, you know, wow, you know, we'd sit there and tell the stories that I learned from traveling the world. Okay. And so with that, I was like, okay, I've always been able to, you know what, myself, do what I want to do. When I became mayor, I was like, I walked in one day, I said, I had a couple of complaints. I said, when they're running for mayor, they said, well, right now. And I ran for mayor, and everyone said I had no chance. I talked like this from New York, and you know what, still knocked on everyone's door and told everyone, you know, we were going to make the, and in 16 years, we turned Selma, when I moved here, there was 700 people in the city. Okay. When I became mayor, 2,000 people. Okay. Now we have 14, 15,000 people. We've grown into one of the most tremendous, diverse cities that you could ever imagine. Okay. And the cities around us are doing just as great. So it's all good. It's what I do now. I connect still with people. I walk in the door. I go up to everyone. I love just hugging people and telling them, hey, you know what? I'm the mayor. And they go, I never met a mayor. And I go, you know, I never met a mayor either until I became a mayor. So, you know, so it's pretty cool that people, you know, that can live in a neighborhood all their life and they've never met their mayor. And when I first became mayor, until the pandemic, when we were the highest growth city, I knocked on every door. Every month, I go and knock on 40 or 50 doors, and I'd welcome the people that came to Selma. And I'd say, I'm your mayor. And they were like, oh, my God. You know. And because of that, I have been unopposed for the last 8 terms. No one's ever run against me because we turned the city into and they know my personality. They know that I care about every resident in the city. Because you know what? I'm a resident in the city.
That's amazing that you make yourself available to the people. They get to meet you. They know you. They love what you're doing. And they probably share your vision, which is why, you know, no one's running, because there's not an opposition vision to share, to present. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I thank you for the extra bonus question.
Well, is there anything you would like to share with our audience? Anything you want them to know that we haven't covered?
Well, I share with your audience all the time. Because again, young entrepreneurs, give it your best shot. And like I said, if you want, come to Selma. We're happy. We're easy to talk to. We'll see if we can help you out. If not, we'll show you to the cities around us, because you know what? If any businesses around here help out, it's another bonus for our residents that live here. So even if they only have to travel to the city next door.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate getting to learn about Selma. And honestly, now I feel like I need to come visit. I'm like, I want to see Selma for myself.
I know.
Especially because I know there's always something to do. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate getting to know you, getting to know the city of Selma.
You'll get to know a lot more about me. We'll have a great time.
And Johnny, I can't say thank you enough for coordinating this. I really appreciate you. This is part of a series where we're highlighting a bunch of cities in Texas. Again, thank you so much for your time. And I really appreciate just the opportunity to get to know a little bit about Selma and share it with our audience.
Thank you, Ayisat. Thank you.
Bye now.
All right.